Hello, friends, and welcome to a Daily Devo with Dot, the holiday edition. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for scooting up a chair or sitting on the floor or hiding out in the bathroom or sitting in the car during car rider line, whatever it is that you're doing. Thank you for being a part of this devotion this morning. And my heart's desire is that today you will find encouragement and strength and motivation and something just to help you get through your week. We are going to be talking about sparkle and shine. In fact, I've got my book right here with me, ready to dive in today's lesson, Sparkle and Shine, and how to sparkle and shine in a dark and weary world. So as we dive in, today we are going to start the first chapter where we are talking about something so simple and so basic. In fact, as soon as I say it, a song's going to pop in your head. And sorry, but I'm not going to be responsible for you singing it or humming it for the rest of the day. But the song goes like this: this little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. And today we're going to talk about letting your light shine. That's right, ladies. Letting your light shine in a dark and dreary world. Learning how to sparkle and shine for the glory of God. You see, the day we got saved, the day we became a child of God, we had royal blood transfer into us. We are now the adopted heir. We are a princess. We are royalty. And when we got saved, God put this little light in our heart. And God said, all right, I've given you this light. I want you to go share that light with someone. I don't want you to hold that light. I don't want you to hide that light. I don't want you to be ashamed of that light. I want you to go and share it. I want you to share it with as many people as possible. And I want your light to make a difference in other people's lives. Unfortunately, what happens is we look at this light and we get overwhelmed and we think, whoa, but God, I'm not a preacher. I'm not a missionary. I'm not a teacher. I'm not a preacher's wife. I'm not in full-time Christian service. And we look at this light and we get so scared and we have no idea what to do with this light. Sometimes some people don't even know that they have a light. They don't even realize what happens when they get saved and the responsibilities that come with them as a child of God. So we look at this light and we think, whoa, well, what is this light? And why am I called to let my light shine? And no, that's the preacher's job, not my job. But ladies, as a Christian, God has given you a wonderful responsibility to share that light with everyone you do life with. So let that sink in just for a moment. Sometimes we think, the missionaries, it's their job to go and spread the gospel out everywhere. But let me just say, as a child of God, you are called to be a missionary because your mission field is the orbit of space that your 2 feet walk in every day. Everywhere you go, whether it's to the grocery store, whether it's to your job, whether it's in your home, whether it's on the ball field with your children, everywhere you go, you are called to share your light. So we look at this light and we think, well, what is this light? What does that even mean? I'm supposed to share my light. Your light is the influence that you have around the people, on the people around you, your influence, your godly testimony, if you will. It's your way to send kindness into the world. I think of the fruits of the Spirit. Those are some wonderful ways to shine a light. The fruits of the Spirit are love, joy, peace, long-suffering, gentleness, kindness, goodness, mercy, faith. Those are wonderful attributes that we should be shining into the lives of other people. Now, each of us have our own light. Each one of us have a light that's different. And we can't compare lights. You look at the sun, you look at the moon, and you look at the stars. They each have a different purpose, and they each shine their light. They do their job the way they're supposed to. They don't look at each other's lights and compare. The sun doesn't say, man, I wish I was the moon and could hang out with the stars all day. And the stars don't say, man, I wish I had a light as big as the sun. Everyone pays attention to the sun. No one cares about my little light at night. But just like this one little Christmas light, if it's all alone, this one little Christmas light seems insignificant, but when you put it with all the other ones, oh, how beautiful it is when you see it shining. And I think of the stars being the same way. At night, when we're gazing up in the sky, we see the beauty of all the stars. And that's how it is as a Christian, ladies. When we shine our light into a dark world, people see the beauty of that light. Now, you may say, well, what do I need to do? Or how do I shine my light? Well, I'm glad you asked. I'll be happy to tell you. First of all, in order to shine a light, we have to know the one who gives the light. You see, it's impossible for me to shine a light that doesn't exist. The only way I can shine my light is if I'm spending time and I know the one who gives the light. My relationship with God cannot be faked. It cannot be pretended. It cannot, it's something that only a true, genuine relationship with God pours out. All right, so if I'm trying to shine a light and I haven't spent any time with God and I have not had my daily walk with God, it's going to be hard for me to fake that. Because my patience is going to be low. My selfishness is going to be at an all-time high. But when I've spent time with the Lord Jesus Christ and I've poured into his word and his character is coming into my life, man, it's so easy to let my light shine. So the first thing is you have to remember, you have to know and spend time with the one who gives the light. The next thing, how do I let my light shine? By investing in others around you. We were never intended to keep this light to ourselves. God wanted us to go and to give it to others. So in order for me to share my light with other people, that means I have to invest in them. That means I have to live a life for them to say, hey, I want what she has. And that comes by spending time with people, letting them know you're real, letting them know that you love them, letting them know that you care about them. So you have to be able to invest in other people. And how do we invest in other people? Well, that's usually with time, money, prayers. That's with your desires. I mean, you are investing in other people. So you have to be willing to share that light and invest in other people. That means you have to quit being selfish sometimes and get involved in the people around you. The next thing, you have to be real. Y'all, the world is so full of fake Christians. And I hate to say they're sick of it. They don't need another fake Christian. They need a real you. The good, the bad, the ugly, the happy, the sad. They just need you to be you. And by seeing that you're real and by seeing that you are genuine, believe me, they're willing to listen to you because they know if you're genuine and they see you in the good and the bad and the ugly and they see how you still love the Lord and how you still rise up to the occasion, they're going to listen to what you have to say. People don't need a perfect version of you. There's no such thing. So just don't even try. Be you. The next thing, sometimes, ladies, in order to shine our lights, we have to get out of our comfort zone. Yep, that little safety bubble that we like to stay in, that little me, myself, and I bubble, sometimes we have to get out of that and we have to go do things that are a little awkward. In other words, if I see a visitor at church and I feel a little shy, do I step out of my comfort zone and go greet that visitor? Or do I let that visitor just sit there, nervous and quiet and timid? My neighbors, do I go and meet my neighbors and introduce myself? Do I invite them to church? How do I step out of my comfort zone to share my light? At the grocery store, when the cashier's been just a little bit maybe on the rude side, How do I step out of my comfort zone to share my light with her? So sometimes, ladies, when we share this little light of ours, we have to step out of our comfort zone and our busy bubbles to see the needs of others. And also, this is probably my biggest point here, and I'm going to go through it quickly because I think I'm fixing to run out of time. But ladies, God is going to call us to do wonderful things. God wants you to shine your light. He's going to ask you to do amazing things. And when he does, don't brag about it. Keep it between you and God. Don't post it on social media. Don't blast it for everyone to pat you on the back and say, good job, you're such a great person. No, allow him to give you those eternal rewards. See, what happens is when we go after the praise of man, we get that earthly reward. But when we keep it for God and he knows about it, then we're going for eternal blessings and eternal rewards. So ladies, here's this right here. When you shine your light, God asks you to do something, whether it's to help someone out financially or to bake cookies and give it to a neighbor, whatever it may be. Keep it between you and God. Let it be your secret, your family secret, and the family that you blessed. Keep it between y'all and God. Let God bless you. I understand we all like those pats on the backs. But ladies, I want you to listen to this, and I want you to write this down because this is gold right here. Don't forfeit eternal rewards for temporary praise. Let me say that again. Don't forfeit. Don't lose out on eternal rewards. Those rewards we're going to get in heaven for a moment of praise. It's not worth it. God sees what you're doing. God sees you sharing that light. God sees you investing in other people. God sees those good deeds you're doing. Let him bless you. Let him reward you. His blessings, his eternal blessings will last a whole lot longer than a pat on the back or a thumbs up or a like sign on Facebook. So when God calls you to do something amazing, when God asks you to make a sacrifice, keep it between you and him and just keep on letting that light shine, ladies. I want to share one wonderful, beautiful verse, and I want to leave this with you today. It's out of Isaiah 60, verses 1 and 2. Arise, shine, for thy light is come upon thee, and the glory of the Lord is risen upon thee. I can just see the light of God just coming all around me, just completely embedding me, y'all. Arise and shine, for the light is come, and the glory of the Lord is risen upon thee. The Lord shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee. Y'all, there is something so beautiful about a woman who shines for the Lord. And my desire is to get wrapped up and tangled up and all just tied up in the light of the Lord so that my light can be used for him. Ladies, don't do it for popularity. Don't do it just to do it. Don't do something good just to get a like on Facebook. Do it for the glory of God. Let his light shine upon you. Just get all wrapped up in his love and in his light and in his presence, and then go shine that light out in a dark and dreary world. Ladies, if you haven't bought Sparkle and Shine, I highly recommend it. I know the author, I know her heart, and I know that she has a love for the Lord, and her desire is to also help you. So blessings today, and I hope that you will join me next time on More Than Anything. We want to sparkle and shine, our Christmas edition. Blessings, my friends.